monarchy, democracy, oligarchy, dictatorship. Every form of government claims to have the answer, and yet they all collapse and fail. Why? Because power, no matter how it's structured, is always fragile. Some fail and fall because of corruption, some fall because of chaos, but in the end, all governments break. Today, I'm going to be going over how every single form of government has one major flaw. Let's dive in. For centuries, monarchies ruled the world, one ruler at the top with absolute power. The idea? A wise, noble king would lead the people. The reality? Very rarely did it ever happen. Monarchies fail for one fundamental reason. Power depends on blood, not ability. You can have one good king, a Louis XIV, but the next king could be a complete and total disaster, like Tsar Nicholas II, Nero of the Roman Empire, or Louis XVI. Eventually, people get tired of corruption, high taxes, and rulers who care more about the luxury than their own people, and that amounts to what becomes rebellions, and then the empires that they build under these monarchies fail, sometimes with a quick drop. When monarchies fell, something worse took its place: dictatorship. One person still ruled, but now they controlled everything: the military, the government, and the media. Dictatorships promise strength. They claim democracy is weak, and at first, they seem unstoppable. But dictatorships fall because absolute power breeds paranoia. The more power a dictator has, the more afraid they are of losing it. That's when the purges begin. The secret police take over, and their own people turn against them. In the end, dictators always fall the same way: violently. So dictatorship didn't work because one guy had control over everything. Well, this is kind of the same thing, just with a little more people. Some governments don't need a king or a dictator. Instead, power belongs to a small group, an oligarchy. The rich, the powerful, the elite. They control the system, while everyone else, they just survive. The problem? Oligarchies don't care about the people. They protect their own wealth and influence. And when people realize the game is rigged against them, revolution happens. Because no matter how much power you have, when the people turn against you, you can't stop them. So, democracy, the system that promises freedom, equality, and the right to choose. But here's the problem. Democracy is built on one dangerous idea, that the majority always knows best. Democracy fails because people are easily manipulated. The loudest voices win, not the smartest. Corrupt politicians use fear, propaganda, and money to control elections. And when the system gets too divided, democracy turns into chaos. History shows that democracies don't generally last. They either collapse into disorder or turn into something else entirely, like an oligarchy, dictatorship, or military rule, which is really just an oligarchy. Theocracy is a government by religion, laws based on faith, leaders claiming divine authority. It worked in ancient times, but in the modern world, it fails for one reason: religious leaders and politics don't mix. When the state and religion become one, anyone who questions the system becomes an enemy. Dissent isn't political, it's hearsay. And in the end, people always fight for freedom. And theocracies, no matter how powerful, fall. There's a fundamental reason why there was the separation between the Catholic Church and the state, which was clearly seen during the Enlightenment. But what if we got rid of government altogether? No rulers, no laws, no control. That's anarchy. The belief that the people can govern themselves without any central authority. no parliament, no senate, no congress, no dictator, no president, no king, nothing. Sounds like the ultimate freedom, right? But there's a catch, because we're in a video explaining why every single form of government has a flaw, and anarchy has one as well, which is, without structure, things fall apart fast. Without laws, the strongest take control. Warlords, gangs, militias, they fill the power vacuum, and before long, anarchy turns into dictatorship, where you wound up with an oligarchy, a dictatorship, or some sort of monarch in power. The one who will rule is going to be terrible, because it's just going to be the guy with the biggest gun or weapon or stick to force everyone to listen to him and ensure his power. So there you have it. A fundamental issue with 6 major forms of government. 5 with one that I'm giving an asterisk to. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think there is a best option and a worst option, because there probably is, and I want to hear it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.